Got one of the HobbyKing SU-27 glue and go jets that came out recently. I want to show you a couple modifications and my power setup that have made this thing just a ton of fun to fly. First thing you'll notice is that I've made some landing gear out of zip ties. I'm using a 4x6 prop, and when I'm landing on pavement I was breaking off the tips, and so I came up with this simple solution that I borrowed from someone else on YouTube. And it's just a couple of zip ties that I've cut to length, and you can see here and here I just poked a hole in the foam with my X-Acto knife, and then cut off the two tips of the zip tie, and then inserted them in and attached them with a little hot glue. I've got one single strip or on this side and one on this side, and then in the front, because I'm carrying the weight of the battery, I had to double up on the zip ties. I don't know if you can see, but I just laid one right over the other, put a little glue in there to attach it, and seems to do the trick. So now I'm not breaking props anymore, and if you look at the bottom, I've got about, propeller comes out maybe I don't know, what is that, a half an inch or an inch out of the bottom, and the zip ties provide plenty of clearance. In fact, they sort of cushion the landings a little bit as well. This plane hand launches really easily, but I also have found that I can land and it provides a little bit of cushion. I can also take off from the ground, which I'll show you in a minute. My power setup is, start with the battery actually. So I'm running a 4-cell 1000 Zippy Compact, and I've put lights on mine as well, which has added a little bit of weight along the perimeter. And I've got Turnigy Plush 30 amp speed controller in there, along with a lemon receiver, and the motor is just a perfect little powerhouse for this thing. Super lightweight and super powerful. It's the Turnigy AeroDrive D2826/6 2200 kV motor. These props I got from HobbyKing as well. There's a 6x4 on there. I think you get two of them in a pack. Super light setup, super powerful, and I know that this plane can be flown on up to a 3S 2200, but to me that just seems too heavy. So the 4-cell 1000 weighs about the same as a 3-cell 1300, and boy, I'll tell you, it just provides an excellent amount of power for this thing. So now I'll try to set up the camera and show you how this thing takes off and lands from the ground. All right. Remote making some noise. Walk around. One other thing I didn't point out, I meant to, is if you look at the flaperons, I suppose they're called, at the end of the wings, I've angled them down a little bit so that they sort of act as flaps, so it really helps with the slow flying. And if you see that the trim on the elevator is up a little bit, that combination of down aileron and up flap really makes this thing perform well in slow flight. As you can see on the servo setup, let's see if I can see it better on this side. It's just one arm connected through, and I've just got it just adjusted so that that aileron is as low as it can go. I may come back later and actually trim a notch in this and do something so that I could even get it lower for even more drag, if you will. All right, let's give this a shot. Nice thing about foamies, no problem. All right, let's do that again. Thank you. Alright guys, so there you go. Pretty awesome setup. I'll be getting all of the different models in this series. With this power setup and on 4-cell, it really is an excellent value and just a ton of fun to fly. Alright guys, take care.